Holy shit, guys. Oh my God. This is not even like, wow. I'm blown away. What's up, guys? JaretCampisi. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another episode of the Custom Tuono series. You know the drill. We're customizing this beautiful 1100 V4 Aprilia Tuono factory.
It's mouthful.
And we're giving it away when we're done. If you guys would like to help support the series and be entered to win this bike, check out the Patreon page. It's always the first link in the description below. Today we're going to be installing a lightweight chain and sprocket along with a 520 chain conversion on the bike, and then we're actually going to get to ride the bike for the first time and see how those carbon wheels feel that save over 10 pounds off the bike for us. So I can't wait for this one. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Alright, so while Brian gets straight to work, because he does not screw around at all, he's getting access to the front sprocket. Today, this is what we got. We got a front sprocket, a Super Sprockets front sprocket, along with a 3D EK premium motorcycle chain from Moto Million. Obviously, we get all of our parts from Annie at Moto Million. This is a 520 chain conversion, so the chain should be a little bit lighter, which should save us some weight. And I believe the rear, what did the rear sprocket carrier save us? 1.5 pounds or something like that?
Yeah, just like a little over 1.5 pounds.
Okay, like 1.6 pounds, something like that. Yeah. So we already have the Vortex rear sprocket on there because we had to take the wheel off anyway, so we just went ahead and tossed it on. You can see how freaking incredible that looks with the carbon wheels. It's just ridiculous, guys. This bike's gonna be so badass. So yeah, that's what we're working on here today. And again, I'll be able to take this bike for a spin when I'm done and see how different this bike feels with all of these upgrades. Looks like you got access to the front sprocket right there. So we'll get this bad boy removed and swap it out. Okay, so is this the new sprocket?
Yes.
0.4.
0.4. I don't know why it shows it and then disappears. Okay, so 0.4. Let's see the old sprocket. I don't know if there's going to be any difference at all in these. We'll see. Hey, 0.6.
0.2.
So we saved 0.2 pounds on the sprocket. That's great. Let's see the chain here. This guy's going to be heavy. Hopefully it'll register. 4.8. Okay, let's unbox the other chain, see what that one weighs. All right, so the other chain was 4.8. This one is 4.2. It looks like. For whatever reason, this has a hard time registering it. Pretty sure it was 4.2. Let's make sure.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
freaking ridiculous. It's 0 pounds.
It's the lightest chain ever.
Okay, so we saved 0.8 pounds with the chain and the front sprocket. The rear sprocket.
2.4 pounds.
So the rear sprocket was 1.6 pounds lighter.
About 2.5 pounds.
Yeah, so we saved about 2.5 pounds running the Vortex rear sprocket, the 520 chain, and the Super Sprockets front sprocket. So that's sweet. It's another 2.5 pounds of rotational mass. That's gonna make a big difference. All right, so the front sprocket is on. We'll do the torque once we put the chain on there. But what's next? Putting the chain on?
Yeah.
So in order to do the chain, you're gonna pull the wheel back off because he actually didn't balance it last time because obviously I wasn't gonna be riding the bike. So he's gonna balance the wheel and then we can wipe the chain down and then we can put the chain, feed the chain through, put the wheel back on. Not in that order. So for people who don't know what balancing a wheel is or means, see how when he sets that on there, it moves? That's what's called unbalanced. So what you do is you add these little weights on here and then you add them until the wheel stops moving and then you know that's balanced. Okay, so what are you doing here, Brian, and why?
We just clean the chain off so we get all the wax off it so it doesn't end up all over the swing arm and the wheel.
And so when people complain that you're removing the grease, what do you say to them?
Nobody uses their chains long enough to actually wear them out. So we'll lube it a little bit when we put it back on, but this way it keeps the wax off the bike.
From going all over the place, so it's gonna be totally fine, guys,
yes,
okay?
Yes,
you don't have to worry about it. Okay, keep doing your thing. All right, so the wheel is balanced, putting it back on, and then we can slide the chain through and take a look. Teens, what do you think about all this?
I am ready for some food.
She's ready for some ice cream.
No, I said
A beer and a hot dog. You go for that?
oh, I could go for that.
She's a keeper, boys.
I could go for that.
She's a keeper.
Now I'm salivating. Now I need food.
All right, he's gonna start feeding the chain through here. I love the black and the gold. It looks so good.
Without all the chain wax.
Yeah, without all the chain wax on it. There's already enough that's gonna be flinging off. So it shouldn't be as bad now, right?
No, not
Okay,
at all.
awesome. I dig it. I'm sure there'll be people on YouTube that will say that it's not right, Brian. And you and your 30 years of race bike experience,
I'm sure.
you're wrong. Shaving it down so we can put the link on there. So you're shaving it down so you can what? Put the master link on?
Yeah, just push the old link through the pin.
Yeah.
Just make it a little easier.
What would you say, teens?
I said I really like that.
The black and gold?
Looks so good together.
Hell yeah, it does.
It's very premium.
Yes. So there you go. He removed the original links there. He's gonna attach the master link right there. And I'm not sure, what are these things for here?
These are the O-rings that sit in each one of the links.
Oh, okay.
And then that's the front piece of the
It gets
link.
pressed on.
And we'll put it on and then we'll press the pins. You all set?
Okay, cool. Look at this, guys. These chain tools where you press the things on, the master links, like, they look so ancient. It's like, it blows my mind that's the best we can come up with. Like, I don't know. Brian doesn't like them either. Or do you?
I mean, it's all we got.
That's what we have to use.
Yeah.
Someone make a better one, please. All right, so the last tool was actually just pushing those pins through. This one's actually crimping them on there so that they'll actually stay on. But again, it's like, how do you know how hard to do it? I guess it's just from years of doing it. It's crazy to me. Is that one on? Is that one done?
This one is.
Oh, hold on, let me see. Oh, okay. Wow, cool. Glad you're doing this shit. Because I would have no idea. So what do you think, Brian? Does everything look good?
Yeah, looks perfect.
Looks really freaking nice. So what do you have left to do?
Torque the axle nut and put the sprocket covers back on and we're good to go.
Awesome, I love it. I was telling Brian I was thinking about leaving this off, but on the race bikes I know that they do that, but they don't have as much stuff running through here and gunk and all that stuff, so I think we'll just put everything back on, but it does look really cool without it. So he just torqued that back bolt down. He said it was a torque spec of 120. Look at the size of that freaking torque wrench. You got a big torque wrench, Brian. Alright, putting the cover back on, the sprocket cover. It looks better with it for sure on these. I do wish that we could leave it off, but we just can't on these bikes. I mean, I think I technically could, but it just doesn't look as good. I'm all about looks, guys. You know me. God, I can't get over how good this looks. Look at that. That is freaking awesome right there. All right, guys, just like that, Brian knocked it out of the park. Front sprocket on, rear sprocket on, and then the 3D EKG 520 chain conversion. And again, saved another 2.5 pounds. Total unsprung weight savings were at probably like 12, almost 13 pounds, something like that. And it'll probably go up even more once we do the whole brake setup too. So with the titanium bolts and all that, but I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. I'm very, very happy with that. And now I finally get to ride it and see how these carbon wheels feel. So stay tuned. All right, so I'm on the Tuono 1100 factory. First time riding it with carbon wheels. Along with the 520 chain conversion, lightweight sprockets, all from my good buddy Manny at Moto Million. Holy shit, guys. Oh my God. This is not even like, wow, I'm blown away. Holy shit. I just rode on this road the other day. Okay, so it's really hard to explain the change that carbon wheels makes on a bike, because it almost feels like the bike is floating, and that's because it's unsprung mass, right? It's under the shock. Oh my God. So obviously the change of the direction is insane. That's like the most noticeable thing, but the other thing that happens that you don't realize is the suspension gets better, because there's less for the wheel to compress. There's less weight, right? So the shock is able to do its job even easier than it did before. And let me tell you, the braking's better, the handling's better, the suspension's better. There's a police, so I'll be slowing down a little bit here. But yeah, even like low speed, this bike used to what's the word, be a little bit choppy. Even the wheels help with that, so it really helps everything on the bike. And it's probably, I guess, dollar for dollar, the best upgrade you could do. Oh my God, it's incredible, guys. And the back and forth is just, oh, it's insane. It's funny, I don't feel it just going back and forth like that as much as I do just to dip into a turn. You kind of oversteer because it's so easy, which allows you to carry more speed, brake later, all that kind of stuff. It's great for the track, but it also keeps you safer on the street as well. So I mean, it's not just a track upgrade. If you have a chance to get carbon wheels for your bike, I highly recommend it, because They are a lot of fun. So yeah, everything feels phenomenal. Really happy with how this bike's turning out. Also, I wanted to mention, I shared that other paint scheme idea with the patrons, that Aprilia X model, and they actually prefer the black model with the red accents that I had come up with originally, because they think it's just a little bit classier, a little bit more elegant. It's completely unique, and if I'm going to slap a Campisi Customs on this bike, I want it to be one of a kind, not copying off another paint scheme. So, and I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to stick with the black paint scheme, and I think it's going to be better. Trust me guys, when it's done, everyone always complains about the bike builds when I do them, and then when I finish the bike, they tell me it's one of the best looking bikes they've ever seen. So just trust me guys, you know, I'm not doing these builds to make my builds different from build to build. I'm trying to make the best version of whatever bike I'm doing at the time. And you got to picture, if I was going to give this bike to you and you were going to own this bike, what color would you want the bike? Not just for the sake of making YouTube videos and allowing you to watch something that maybe is a little bit more entertaining. I get that. I try to make them as entertaining as possible. But again, at the end of the day, somebody's going to get this bike, and I want it to be a bike that they're proud of and that I'm proud of. So yeah, there you go guys. That's the end of this episode. We got the lightweight chain and sprocket installed. Very happy with how it feels. The carbon wheels feel absolutely phenomenal. I honestly am obsessed with this bike. And if you want to be entered to win this bike, guys, help support these projects, check out the Patreon page, Campisi Customs. It's always the first link in the description below. If you like what we're doing here, subscribe to the channel, turn that bell notification on, give the video a like, and I'll see you in the next one. I promise you I'm not going to pass this van and start ripping as soon as I turn this camera off. I would never do that. I would never keep that from you guys. Oh my God, I love it. Little bonus footage for you. Good God, guys. This bike is so capable. You could destroy a track on this thing, dude. Oh my God. This is a big turn right here. See how this feels? Yeah, see, I can wait to dip in and really hunt for that apex because I know it's gonna be there when I want it. Wow. It's freaking awesome. Doesn't get any better than this, guys. This is what we live for as bikers. I'm really impressed with this bike. I think it's the best handling bike I've ever ridden. No joke. It's that good, guys. It really is that good. It's a combination of this world-class chassis and then the lightweight wheels and all the weight we've saved off this thing. It's really impressive. Thank God for wheelie control. See you guys.